So we're at our
BFI
film trip thing, standing by some very awkward
Should we move out the way?
statues. Don't know, can you see it?
Yeah.
Here. We thought we'd stand
And
by
it is
these.
the London Pride
something
Frank Dobson,
or other. But
given by.
irrelevant things.
So yeah.
It's irrelevant. No, don't come back here so we can vlog. So we've got
So we've just arrived at
and we're doing a vlog about how this day's hopefully going to go. Should be alright. I mean,
shall I get I'll get the thing out.
we've got the right, we've got the programme
for today, and basically
how much?
we've got a session with Pete Fraser, which is the
which should be really good.
head of what is
the chief examiner.
chief examiner.
And
then we've got a break, which is good.
yeah.
And
although
then
lunch is a bit after
tips.
what we used to.
Yeah.
That.
Tips for making a music video and a task for our lunchtime, so we won't be eating, we will be doing work.
No, we will be eating. Can't not eat.
But then we also have a Q&A with Corinne Hardy, which she does a lot of music videos for like Keen, McFly. And
Does she?
Yeah, she's recently done Biffy Clyro and Prodigy.
Oh, okay.
And she's recently done.
That's a nice cleaning thing.
We've recently done the Watchtower video for Ed Sheeran.
Oh, okay,
so
we're thinking.
we have a question and answer session with her.
Yeah. We've also, have we got any questions to ask Pete? Like, because we want to do reverse, that's quite a...
Maybe we could talk to him afterwards, like hopefully one-on-one,
Yeah,
so we
one-on-one
can explain what we want to do, because I think it's quite hard to explain in like 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes, 1 minute session.
Yeah, it should be a good day. We're hoping to learn something from it.
Yeah.
And yeah, should be alright. We're going to go back and start the we're going to start the learning. The learning begins outside the classroom. Ooh. So we found a little cute skate park thing. It's got like loads of colours and stuff around it,
which I think would be really good for Letitia's
music video
and possibly Alice's, because they've got all right,
pretty things.
things.
And we couldn't use something like this though, because it's too modern.
Yeah, and we need something
for our thing. We need something more like alternative.
Yeah, alternative. Even though this is alternative, but this is more,
but it's more
ghetto.
out. Yeah, well, not ghetto. You can't really say ghetto, but yeah, it's pretty though.
Yeah, no,
it's nice colours, so it works as a good backdrop for like singing and stuff.
Yeah.
So we should go tell them that.
Okay.
But yeah. So we were told before we left for lunch that we have to come up with a pitch idea for the music producer that's coming in next, and we come up with an idea that's a really random song we've never heard before, never heard the artist or anything. It's not normally our style, I'd say. I've never listened to something like that. It's a bit boring.
But I think that makes it harder.
Easier. Easier to judge, but
easier to judge, but
so we won't put our own opinion into the band and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a strange line. Okay. So we had the idea of like a modern day Alice in Wonderland kind of twist to it,
which is like putting in intertextuality.
Yeah. And like we're going to start it with the book opening and going into.
This is a really weird angle for me to sit. Okay.
And I'm sliding off. So we'd have the book opening, then going into the girl going through the house that the band are playing in, with different things happening in each room that happen in Alice in Wonderland. So the band will be experiencing like things that happen in Alice in Wonderland.
And also there'll be like a projector
in the background,
the band showing the girl through going through the room.
So they're watching her, so it kind of shows voyeurism with she's being watched by them. We kind of thought a performance, because it's a kind of rocky kind of, not rocky but rock ballad kind of song. But yeah, we thought we could add like colours and shit to that.
Yeah.
But other than that, other than that,
that's what
we'd do.
And hopefully It'll be the best. I doubt it, but we'll see. So, wish us good luck with going on stage.
His idea is using intertextuality of Alice in Wonderland, incorporating both performance and narrative elements.
Put the microphone a bit closer so that
Shall we say it again?
Say it again.
Yeah. Enfield County's idea is using intertextuality of Alice in Wonderland, incorporating both performance and narrative elements.
So we thought we'd like have a kind of open it up with the book, so you're introduced to the book and the band at the same time, with the band in the background, and the book is the main focus. And there's like a story about, kind of based on Alice in Wonderland, but kind of modern. And it's a girl walking through a house that's like got different rooms based on Alice in Wonderland's story. And then you've got the band as well at the same time who are playing in the different rooms, but it's obviously been filmed at a different time. So, and they're gonna be playing, and behind the band playing, there's going to be the girl in the background, so they've linked, so it's kind of a sense of voyeurism with her, with them watching her on the screen in the background.
Basically, it's just like how the different rooms, like she'll be, you know how the rabbit she falls down the hole, and
Yeah.
the rabbit, and like everything will be modernised. So maybe because the house is old, and like
Yeah, and we kind of got the whole idea from like, I can't remember the exact line in one of it, but it's the very opening line of the song. It was something like to do with the house is about abandoned house or something like that, so we kind of had it based on that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, great. Do you know how you think it might end?
Her trapped in the book instead, because like in real Alice in Wonderland, she gets out of the book because it's like a dream, but we'd have it kind of modernised and her trapped in the book kind of thing.
And do you think that you would do you think you'd have the band playing and the sort of her projected, do you say, behind
Yeah,
her?
like
So
the
like a
band,
screen like
the
that?
band, say like this, the
Yeah.
band playing in front, and they've been the main focus, but then in the background, footage of her going through the
Yeah.
house in different parts.
So would you go and film her separately
Yeah, you'd film her
in
first.
a real house or in a...
Yeah, well, it could be like a set, probably would be easier, but like a big abandoned house kind of,
Yeah.
a big abandoned house kind of thing, and they're in one of the rooms in that playing, and then she's like walking through all the different rooms and stuff.
Cool. Wicked. I'm just, I mean, I know you haven't been given like budgets or anything like that to work to, but you know, normally you get kind of a limited budget or a deadline, the amount that you'd be able to film. Would you try and film, do you think, the band and the girl on the same day?
It would probably be cheaper to do it that way,
Yeah.
but yeah, I guess we could like do the girl in the morning and the band later on in the day, but
Yeah.
it would
depends
depend.
on the light.
Yeah, and on the band.
And do you have any ideas? I know that you, I don't know, hands up who knows who this band is, by the way. Does anyone know? It's good if you don't, that's why we chose the track, hopefully that you wouldn't recognise too much, but do you have kind of a look that you would give the band? Assuming that
They
they...
seemed quite indie slash rock. So
Yeah.
from the clip that we was given. So that's normally performance elements that they would use.
Yeah, because like a rock band's kind of like quite performance, and then indie's kind of narrative. So we thought it's kind of a mix between the two. So we do a video between the mix of the two. But I don't know. I can't imagine them. I imagine one with long hair, maybe. that's about it.
Yeah, cool. Great. Sounds like a great time between, like you said, narrative and live action band performance, and that's one of the things that is one of those balances to try and get right in music videos. So it would be a challenge.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice
Thank
one.
you.
Big hand.